Game 2 of the weekend series. A great crowd in Hockey Valley. Connor McEachran opposite Jake Pavanka on the opening faceoff. Notre Dame wins the opening draw. Spins it along and Penn State picks it off. Then it leaks back out to center. Reeled in, pass near wing for Max Ellis. Flies into the Penn State zone. And the Big Ten's top goal scorer has his shot blockered out by Oscar Audio. And Cam Burke swats it to the Penn State line no further. And now Clayton Phillips, harassed by Trevor Janicki, creates a turnover and a shot by Cam Burke from the top of the near circle. A left-handed snapshot. From the end boards, Notre Dame controls. Karashik his center point. Shot off the body out front. Goes through the net mouth wide of Audio to his left. Karashik near point shot again. The captain is turned aside. The rebound slammed in right in the net mouth. Audio sprawling back to his right. Karashik the long-range bomb. And on the rebound, Solaj Bakic is there. A 1-0 lead. 1:35 into the opening period here on the road.
Well, it's good puck retrieval from Notre Dame. A shot from the point. Audio gets the first save. He's out on top of the crease.
1-0 Notre Dame, 3 minutes in here at Pagula Ice Arena. And once again, the building deflated here early. Centering shot save. Audio on Ellis, who got loose out front in tight. A shoulder save for the Penn State goalie, and now Penn State ices the puck. Outlets out to the red stripe at center. Christian Berger closes a man off, and it's fumbled by Gratton, racing into the Penn State zone. Graham Slaggert near circle. Shot. Audio snags it down into the butterfly. And he grabs it off his left hip. 1-0 Notre Dame. They have 6 shots, not even 4 minutes in.
I think that shot goes off the leg of Mack.
Chugging through the neutral zone, Paquette is crunched at the Notre Dame line. Big hit there by Boltman, blew up the rush. Paquette gets it back. Phillips a drive and a right pad save on the one-timer from the center point by the goaltender Galida for Notre Dame. Peeling behind the net, Lansdell lost it there. Schoen looks to deal it out of his end. And a second try, tapped on through to the Irish line, splitting the D. Copeland in. His shot was stopped by Galida, but he was hampered on the shot. It's a penalty. And to tie it up.
It's a great job by Copeland because he catches this puck flat-footed at the blue line. Then he has to start.
Twist it back high slot, collared by Dowd. Off to McEachran near circle. Lets it fly. Blockered out by Galida. It stays in play. McEachran. Good looks here so far. Down 1-0 early. McLean all the way back into the center point. Lets it fly. Slot shot off the blocker. Wall slams it back towards the goal crease. And it's hammered out of there by Notre Dame and cleared now. So 5-on-5. Still 1-0 Notre Dame, but Penn State possessing in the attacking end to our left. That power play jump started the offense. Slot. Gratton couldn't secure. Berger stashes it back deep. Copeland out front. Wall score! Kevin Wall stuffs it in. 1-1. 11:44 to go, first period. Penn State had a chance to go in front, but again, they used the power play, Eric, as you said, to generate momentum. That was a really good power play, as good of a power play as we've seen in a while.
Yeah, it was the best power play of the series by far for Penn State.
But they have to retreat here quickly. Notre Dame through center. It's a 4-on-3 into the Penn State zone. Coughed up high. Penn State looks to counter. Paquette racing through center. Motors up the near wing. Irish Stone out front. Directed on. McLean still loose there. And covered by Galida out to his left. You can really see his scoring prowess. Back into the Penn State zone. Helter-skelter. It's opening up now. Pavanka, high slot. Plasinski shot right. Pad save. Booted back out by Audio. Race for it at center. It's Schoen. Schoen trying to get a step. Chugs into the attacking zone. I chuckle because if we have another 50 minutes of this, it's going to be another highly entertaining game tonight.
Yeah,
you
really.
know it's going to be tight. Everyone is. Lieberman set up a one-time rocket from the center point on a left-handed slap shot. Was turned aside again by Oscar Audio. Sarlo and McEachran the forwards. Notre Dame wins a puck battle at its own line, and Bakic goes into the Penn State zone 1-on-3. His long shot is snared by Audio, and he's going to hold it. Adam Karashik has it there, the team leader in blocks. Now 10 points on the year for Karashik, who carries into the Penn State zone. Just to the goal, power move on, stuffed on. Audio made the save. Coming into his last year in South Bend. Notre Dame gets it behind the goal, centers out front, chipped high. Audio flailing in the air, maybe got a piece of that as it found a man right in front of his goal crease. Lieberman winds it back deep. That's Silanoff, who had that last try for Notre Dame. He's crunched by Genev, grabbed by Penn State. Kenny Johnson into the Irish zone. A long wrist shot is turned aside by Galida for Notre Dame. 6:25 left. Paquette reels it in the slot, slings it far circle. Dowd dances back below the far ring, below the goal line. Wrap, stuff, attempt, score! Jimmy Dowd Jr. gives Penn State the lead, 2-1. I said Karashik now has 10 points. He actually has 11 with his primary assist on the Notre Dame tally to start the scoring tonight. And Notre Dame now has 11 players with 10 or more points on the season. Now it's dug on free by the Irish. Back pawed down near point. Sarlo, a blast hit wide by McEachran. Trying to go blocker side. He was in the low slot and angled it just wide of Galida. Barreling into the corner. Penn State comes up with the puck. McMenamin shot turned out. Great save by Galida off the right toe. Didn't see it. Galida is a great story. I mean, he has just unbelievable numbers in his career. A goals against of .167, .930 save percentage. Dangles and deeks, but couldn't get past Grant Silanoff, who pokes it back to the Penn State line, and Penn State recoils. Notre Dame changes. McMenamin comes back into the zone and zips a shot from the point into the catching mitt of the goaltender Galida, who holds it and stops play. And let's see if Penn State can extract it. McLean reaching for it, still a battle with two. Loose behind the goal, bounces free, but the period ends with Penn State in front of Notre Dame, 2-1. Penn State 2:43 remaining on a major penalty power play. Contact to the head and a game misconduct. Penn State winning a challenge with Jesse Lansdell. He thought he may have committed a penalty there. Shown left to right. The Irish are down a man here as the injured player goes to the bench. Back down, winds in, cranks center point drive. He scores! Top shelf snipe, blocker side. 3-1 Penn State power play goal. 1:30 into the second, and Dowd has two tallies tonight.
And Ellis's head goes into the glass. You certainly hope he's okay. You don't want to see a hit like that take a guy out. But it's just a great shot by Dowd on the wind and drive from the point. And it went through the legs of Sarlo as Schoen put that puck out in front. Sarlo had a chance right on the doorstep. It goes through him, and it comes right to Dowd perfectly on his stick.
They get one on the major penalty power play. Shown dancing into the attacking end. Jets in near circle. Shot. Galida the save. Off his body. It was sitting in the crease. No one was there to follow up. Pulled down by Paul DeNaples at the far point. Speeds into the Penn State zone. He's stripped in the slot. Penn State counters. Genev behind the defense. Takes the lead pass. One-on-one. Lets it fly. Galida the save into his chest and a small rebound he grabs. Goals here tonight. First time in his Penn State career. He's able to bag two in the same game. Copeland spoons it to center, racing into the Irish zone. Ben Schoen. Schoen wheels wide, fires it through the slot. Grabbed by Wall atop the far circle. Blasts down low into the catching mitt of Galida, who's standing and makes the catch chest high. Aurora, Ontario. He has 21 career shutouts. Third best all time in NCAA history. Off the draw, a shot from the far half board. Snapped on by Phillips, a left-handed shot. Turned out Galida. Phillips trouble with it a bit, now tapped along as far as the Irish blue line. Landon Slaggert stripped at center. Sarlo flings it. McEachran drops it back. A drive by McMenamin. Booted out Galida. Right pad save for Notre Dame. They capitalized on the major penalty against Jesse Lansdell, who's out for the remainder of the game. A bomb in from center by Wall. Turned out by Galida for Notre Dame. Rung back to the near point. Grabbed by Mack. Penn State to a right. Fired side of the goal. Lamp out front. Stuffed it on. What a move. Saved Galida. Lugris lurking for the rebound. Couldn't redirect it back on. Angles it away. McEachran gets the steal, though, back at the blue line. Hands Sarlo. Centers alone. Dragging. Phillips fires. Missed the target. Now back out front again. It rattles around. Collared into Naples. Big Ten logo center point. Fires. And a big rebound off the butterfly stop by Galida for Notre Dame. Peels out the far side. Got a man right on his back. Now turning in the far circle all the way back to the line. Sets up one-timer. Johnson and a right toe saved by Galida. Shown far half-boards again on his stick. Cycles for Copeland. Chugs atop the far ring. Back Johnson. One-time drive. Snared by Galida out to his left. Transitions atop the top of his crease. Penn State knocked Notre Dame out last year in the quarterfinals with a 6-3 win. Paquette hurdles into the attacking zone. Out front. Slammed on. Save made by Galida. Hovered through his crease there. Grattan had the try driving the goal. And elevated back through the neutral zone once more, but it's Lieberman at the red stripe, feeds it far wing and down into the Penn State zone. Adams on the entry feed, pivoting far half boards, slung back center point. Lieberman returns, slot shot, Audio the save back through the goal crease. Adams along the goal line, he scores on the backhand. From Audio's right, he was below the near circle, and Jack Adams with his second of the year makes it 3-2. The second shot of the period for Notre Dame, and it was a forehand, beg your pardon, as he chipped it in. Just 3-2 against 13th ranked Notre Dame. Penn State needs a split, and it's fished out to center, left to right, and sent down into the Notre Dame zone towards Galida, who hands aside. 1-on-2 at the Penn State line, got the puck deep, retrieves it far corner. Phillips right on him, end board. Slaggert attempts to center for his brother Landon. Graham now dishes it back to the blue line. Karashik lets it fly, redirected wide of Audio to his right. He's having an excellent senior season. The younger brother of Cal Burke, great fighting Irish player. Lieberman up the near boards, looking for the tying goal. Throws it on from a tight angle. It's in! From below the goal line. Top shelf, Notre Dame has rallied to tie it at 3. 3:55 to go, second period. Nick Lieberman is 6th of the year. From below the goal line, it went off the back of Audio. Manaman, Sarlo, and McEachran the forwards. Notre Dame right to left. Ellis on his tape atop the far circle. Fires, blockered out by Oscar Audio. Sarlo forks it back out to center. Schoen reverses back as he had the puck. Grabbed it back atop the near ring. Walks in near circle. Wrist shot on. And fought off by Galida into the butterfly for Notre Dame. Drop back to the line. Far point shot. Phillips blockered out. Off his stick. There's a rebound there. It goes sailing high. He'll hammer it back deep again. Wall and Dasher. Peeks out the far side. Below the goal line. Hands for Phillips, chugs in deep, leaves it Wall. Wall side of the net, Copeland in tight, centers, shot, score! Penn State back in front! And the Nittany Lions a 4-3 lead with 1:40 to go here in the second period. Clayton Phillips down low in the low slot. To see 7 goals in the first 40 minutes when these two teams get together. Penn State 3 goals or fewer in 17 of the first 24 meetings and 8 of the last 9. And they have 4. Stastny drives it down into the Penn State zone, drilled off the end Dasher. Traffic there, thrown on, bad angle, Audio the save, and swept out of there and cleared out of the zone. 3 seconds left in the second. It will leak back into the Irish end, and the second comes to an end with Penn State in front, 4-3 on Notre Dame. Huge goal by Phillips to retake the lead. Blue bottoms, blue sweaters. Teams at center ice. Penn State right to left here in the third, up 4-3. And the face-off. Shoved to the Penn State line, carried into the Penn State zone, chugging in near circle. Backich center, swept out of there by Copeland. Circles back behind the goal, hands for Dowd, hurries it up, couldn't get it out. Plasinski drives, redirected. What a save! Audio on a second try now, throws the right pad out, and the puck kept in at the blue line. Wow, that was one of the best saves of the year. If the player is injured, that player can go off, and he does. Sarlo, McManaman, and Schoen now is tipped on. He threw his left pad out. Penn State forks it back to the line. Trevor Janicki keeps. Bolts in near circle. Centers. Pavanka's shot. Second try on again. Slap to the goal. First one was blocked. Audio makes the stop off his chest on the second opportunity. The Notre Dame lineup tonight. No Rolston for Notre Dame. Left to right, and they just got all the way healthy finally. From the Penn State line, it's just wristed softly to Oscar Audio. Moves it across the Penn State line. Pavanka drives the goal, couldn't settle it. Tied up in the slot there. Sarlo feeds it rink wide far side, grabbed by Schoen. Speeds through center, into the Notre Dame zone. Pitches it on goal, save made Galida, and he's gonna cover. Pivoting and turning, Backich is right on him. Located by Paquette, back to the line. Dowd hurries a knuckleball towards the goal, and it's snatched out of the air by Galida, and he'll squeeze her. Notre Dame has settled into the game. Oddly enough, once they went down 2, same thing Penn State last night, down 2, all of a sudden came to life. Battle for the puck behind the Irish goal after an errant shot. One-time drive, golfed on, looking for the hat trick. Left to right, fed far wing into the Penn State zone. Rumbles Jack Adams, spilled down, long shot, sticked out by Audio and guided out of play into the netting to his left. Wiggles through center, gains the Penn State zone on the forehand. Jets up the far boards, long shot, toe save Audio, and out of the slot, Genev angles it away on the rebound. State a chance to get it out, Pilowitz, and now flicked up the boards, bounds past Boltman, and bolting to the puck is Sarlo, one-on-one, lets it fly, save made Galida, the rebound back off the end boards, and dug free by Sarlo, centered. Comes the other way, left to right for Notre Dame. It's a 2-on-2. Stumbles across the Penn State line. Lost it. Phillips flubbed it. Shot, release, save Audio. Scramble, and the rebound turned out again on Burke as he chugged below the far circle in the Penn State end. Nittany Lions in the white sweaters. Possessed, coughed it up. Centering alone. Plasinski slot, drags in, fires. It was blocked by Berger. Johnson near half-board shot. Trampolines off the back dasher wide. Back far point Dowd. Scurries up the wall. Jimmy Dowd in tight. Hands Paquette. Lets it fly. Save Galida. Big rebound came back to his right on a Saturday night even without the roar zone. This community loves their Penn State hockey. From an E into the Penn State zone. Pavanka. A shot by Ellis turned out by Audio for Penn State. 9:23 left third period. Penn State up 4-3. Sprinting for the puck into the Irish end. Danny Genev first to it. Hands for Wall. Walks the goal line. Tainengle shot. Save Galida. Pins it.
Still loose.
Hugging the near post. And there is the whistle. No way the official was going to see the puck from back behind the goal. Penn State Athletics would like to recognize another of today's We Are Pennsylvania corporate partners, Wise Markets, headquartered in Sunbury, Pennsylvania. Wise Markets has been helping customers eat better and spend less since 1912. Thank you, Wise, for your support. Geneva racing after it. Red stripe played away by Jake Boltman, the freshman defenseman, to the Penn State line, a 2-on-3. Karashik out front, angled on, right pad save by Audio. He spills down, what a stop. Misplayed up high by Notre Dame.
Back into position.
Icing on Notre Dame. Oscar Audio has been terrific. He's really athletic. He's calm, he's poised, and Eric, right now he's playing confidence.
He is. I mean, he just reads it.
Oscar Audio has been sensational here in the third, closing it out. Lieberman into the Penn State end. Long shot, sticked out by Audio. Sent the rebound carefully away. Alf Plasinski rattles to center, reeled in Sarlo. He's 1-on-2 into the Irish end. Tucks the shoulder, waits for help. Penn State changes, flings it to the goal. Gloved by Galida. Lead pass back to the Penn State line, lassoed in by Slaggert. Centers, Landon Slaggert, dancing, slot in tight. Shot was blocked, Graham Slaggert fires, save Audio. He stones another on the rebound, throwing the right pad out. A 4-3 lead with 2:37 left.
The first shot from Slaggert, Audio makes the save, and you have Trevor Janicki right on the doorstep looking for that loose puck, and Audio does so well to find it and freeze it. Makes a right pad save off of Janicki.
Extra man on for Notre Dame, 6-on-5. Landon Slaggert, Max Ellis, back to the blue line near point. Nick Lieberman. Lieberman, back door, settled down, backhand shot, save Audio, the rebound, they score to tie the game! With 2:13 left in the third, Notre Dame ties it 4-4. With another big goal here at Pagula, and that knots the game 4-4 with 2:13 remaining here in the third period. He got it on the rebound. 4 seconds left here in the third. 4-4, Notre Dame, point-to-point. Lieberman fires as the clock sounds from the near circle. It was partially blocked by Gratton and ramps up high. We're going to overtime. Linesman leaning in. And finally the puck is dropped. It's won back by Notre Dame to their own line, turning Landon Slaggert, a crease. And now they'll dish it back into their own zone. Notre Dame in those sparkling gold lids and blue sweaters from right to left, chugging into the Penn State zone. Ellis drags, slot, shot, blocker, save Audio as he dragged across the slot, and Audio transitioned back as he came across the crease to make the save. Notre Dame, get this, of their 5 road victories this year, 3 of the 5 in overtime, 2 at Michigan in fact, and 1 against Michigan Tech. Schoen up the far wing red line into the Irish zone. Schoen dangles to the slot, fires off the end boards, fires back on again from a tight angle off the glove of Galida.
Up the ice to try to catch a team, but Audio had to make a couple of saves here in this overtime.
35 seconds left here in overtime. 4-4 game, Notre Dame 2-on-1, but they go to the trailer. Ellis weaves into the slot, in tight shot, save Audio. Lead pass back out to the Penn State line.
Niev is incredibly fast, might be the fastest Nittany line, but Stastny just gets back and erases that breakaway opportunity.
Pavanka on the face-off for Notre Dame. 4-4 game here in OT. Pavanka won it, gloved by Stastny. He's going to race out of his own zone. 5 seconds left here in overtime. Stastny, Penn State end with 3. Stastny near circle, fire, save, rebound, score! Notre Dame scored on the rebound off the left pad, and the Irish win it in overtime with less than a second to go. It's Max Ellis, the hero. And they come streaming off the bench and pile on the hero, celebrating an unreal overtime comeback win.